Y'all ain't gonna like this one. But Black Friday ain't the same no more. And the reason why Black Friday ain't the same no more is because the cost of living. And I don't think people is gonna be looking forward to doing any Black Friday shopping this year because everything is just so expensive now. And people got bills. They had bills in the past, but times are crazy now. People are just living from paycheck to paycheck. Now, I done had an experience with Black Friday in the past, and it really wasn't a good experience. So let me know if y'all had any experience with Black Friday. Let me know, was it a good experience or was it a bad experience? Leave it in the comments. Because the reason why I didn't have a good experience is because y'all remember when flat screen TVs was popular? I had to get me a flat screen TV. And I was looking. On that day, I thought I would get the flat screen TV that I wanted. I really didn't get the flat screen TV that I wanted because the prices that I thought I was going to get, I never got. So I ended up going to about 6 or 7 stores because I was really trying to get a sale. And that sale wasn't that sale that I thought I was going to get because I was trying to be patient. You know how they say patience is key? So that's why I ended up going to 5 or 6 stores. So that's why I really had a bad experience. But the real reason why everything was a bad experience is another reason also. The other reason is because I was standing in line at Best Buy, right? Trying to get that flat screen TV, right? A lady, she comes up to me, and then she looks at me. Then she say, "What you doing?" I look back at her, and I tell her, like, "What you mean what I'm doing? I'm standing in line." She like, "You just cut in front of me." I'm looking at her like, "Lady, I didn't cut in front of you. I just got here." She looks at me, and then she tell me, like, "Well, I've been camping here since yesterday trying to get me a sale, so you cut in front of me." So this lady was really about to attack me on Black Friday over a product. So I'm looking at her like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, is it really that serious? Because in reality, she was ready to risk it all just for Black Friday. And I didn't think it was that serious that people really would try to break down doors, break in anywhere they can get into just to get a sale or even steal something. So it's just crazy because people was just acting like fools when Black Friday just came out because I always was aware of Black Friday, but in reality, I never really did any Black Friday shopping for a while until I had my first experience because I just really didn't care like that. I'm going to be real. When I decided to do any Black Friday shopping, I was like, let me see what the hype is all about. So once I finally seen what the hype was all about, I really didn't like it because that bad experience that I had, and in reality, it's like I went to about 5 to 6 stores thinking I was going to get a better price and I could have bought the TV at the first store that I went to. Well, I didn't know that back then. Now that I look back on the situation, it's like I wasted all that time just to get a good sale, and it really wasn't a good sale because it was the same price that I seen when I did shopping at the first store. So it's like I walked past that same TV 5 to 6 times just to get a better price, and I didn't really find no better price. And I ended up getting a 37-inch TV. I didn't even get no bigger TV because they didn't have none. They was all gone. And I was looking at them like, how was they all gone? And the store was just open. But they said people was just camping out the day before. So maybe I was too late. So that's why my experience wasn't good. But have you ever camped out just to get a good product? Did you feel like it was a good experience or you feel like it was a waste of time? Was it really worth it? That's what I really want to know because I don't think it's really worth it. And with so much that's going on in the world right now, with the people doing the buy now rebellion, they not buying no products like they used to because the products that they was buying, they wasn't good products. So now they trying to not buy products. And I don't blame them. I don't know how long the buy now rebellion is going to last, but that's what people really been doing. So that's why I really think that Black Friday ain't going to be the same this year. With so much going on with the government shutdown and they finally opened it back up, it's like people's spirit is gone. People have changed and people don't know where to turn. And that's the last thing on their mind is a Black Friday sale. And then they really not going to get the sale that they looking for. So it's like, why waste time? Why bother? You know? And that's how I really feel about the situation, because life is just getting stranger by the second. So much stuff going on in this world, you don't even know what's going to happen next. And then it's like, you try to do the right thing, get you a sale at Black Friday, you could be hurt by a crazy customer. All because you're trying to do the right thing, go on your day, shop on Black Friday, and get you a sale. And you wish it could be easy as I said it, but it's really not easy. And the reason why it's not easy is because the people make it not easy. Because everybody wants to give you a hard time. But you ain't trying to hurt nobody for your sale. But the average person, they ain't trying to hear that. Because some people just gone crazy. And I don't know why. I don't know, is it because they ain't happy at their job, and this is the only excitement they could ever have in their life, just to buy a product on Black Friday? But it's really not that serious, because the sale ain't really that sale that you're looking for. So that's why I feel like I had a terrible experience, is because I spent all that time trying to get a TV, went to 5 to 6 different stores, almost got attacked at Best Buy, just to turn around and get the same TV that I walked past about 4 or 5 times. So that's why I never did any Black Friday shopping ever again after that. I just didn't like the experience. And let me know if you liked your experience. Was your experience different from mine, or you feel the same way? Because times is just crazy. I don't know if it's ever going to get better. It's not the same. These Black Fridays ain't what they used to be. And I know it's crazy, right? Because I used to hear about Black Friday all the time. You know, you eat your food at Thanksgiving, and then as soon as Thanksgiving is over, you get ready for Black Friday. And I used to hear about it for years, but I never did any Black Friday shopping. Then when I finally decided to do any Black Friday shopping, I had a bad experience. So that's why. Because even when I bought that flat screen TV, which I don't have anymore because a lightning storm hit my house and it knocked the TV out. So that's why I don't have a flat screen TV anymore. But I didn't know no lightning storm was going to hit my house like 10 years later. I didn't know. But it knocked my TV out that I stood in line for. I started to think about that, like, this really was a waste of time. Me standing in line going through all this just to get a flat screen TV because they were so popular back then, just for it to go out in a lightning storm. So once my TV went out in that lightning storm, I ended up buying a new TV. It was from the same company. It was called Vizio, if that's how you say it. It was from that company. So the new TV that I bought, it was way bigger than my last TV that I stood in line for. And you know, flat screen TVs is not that popular now, but I ended up getting like a 57-inch TV now. And I feel good about buying this TV because I didn't have to stand in a line for it. And that last TV I had to stand in line for, and it was a 37-inch TV. And it really wasn't that cheap. I forgot how much I paid for it back then, but it really wasn't that cheap. So that's why I say Black Friday is really not the same no more, because people overtime is getting cut. So it's just crazy because a lot of people are doing a lot of things just because their overtime is cut. So they cutting back on a lot of things. They're trying to manage their money, but it's like, it's hard for them to manage their money because they always got to buy something for the house. And with their overtime being cut, the majority of the people, they struggling now because they was living their life off overtime. They wasn't living their life off base pay, off a base salary. So that's why it's just not the same no more. And I don't think people is really going to be going crazy. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm really wrong. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments, what y'all think people going to do. But I don't think people going to take Black Friday serious this year, because how could you? Maybe I'm just talking because I had a bad experience, but A lot of people probably been doing Black Friday for years. Let me know if you've been doing that for years or if you only did it a couple times. Because it's crazy out here. And it's getting scary about a second. Not about a minute, about a second. And with people doing a buy nut rebellion, I don't think people are going to be looking forward to doing anything this year. Because they're trying to be strong and not buying those products. Because they tired of buying crappy products. That's not worth the money. I don't know how long this buy nut rebellion is going to last. Let me know how long y'all think it's going to last because people are really doing it. So that's why I think people are not looking forward to buying nothing in Black Friday no more. Because it's just strange. Because all that I had to go through just to get a TV to almost getting attacked. Just to buy the same TV that I walked past 5 or 6 times. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine standing in line just to get a product? And then as time goes on, you look back at your life and you're like, why was I even doing that? Because that's how I look at the situation. Because it was crazy. And I was like, never again will I ever have to experience anything like this. I'm not going to put myself in a bad predicament no more and do any of that. Because what if I would have got hurt that day? Just over Black Friday. And I wonder how the employees working at any company feel when Black Friday happens. Do they feel like, oh my God, I got to go through this today? Or they feel like it ain't nothing. I'm just going to sit here and do my job and just a step at a time. But it's hard to do things a step at a time because when people is acting crazy and foolish, you don't know what people will do. So that's why it's really hard because you try to stay cool, but sometimes people take you there. I know when you're working at these companies, people really will take you there. And you got to just try hard to just keep your composure and not to act out as an employee, but you're human too. And you might not play that as an employee. So that's why it's like, all in general, that's why I think Black Friday is just going to be different because with all this AI going on and people getting their jobs replaced, people getting fired, laid off, ain't nobody worried about no Black Friday. So I think, and that would be crazy if people really still go out here and go crazy, even when times are just getting hard. So it's like y'all ain't gonna never learn y'all lesson. Because if y'all keep going crazy, acting a fool, when Black Friday come around, they ain't gonna never drop the prices. Because y'all gonna keep acting a fool no matter what the price they tell you it's gonna be. And the price ain't really a sale. So that's what the crazy part is about. So that's my take on the situation. Let me know how y'all feel about this topic. Like the video, because even if you don't like it, you still gonna see me again. So peace.